Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am GrandMcLegend and today we are going to be having a look at the AMX 50B, which is a tier 10 French heavy tank. Now I was just trying to think of a video to make and I thought, how about we have a look at blitz analysis, which gives you like loads of statistics from the previous update. And in the case of the worst win rate in tier 10 tech tree heavies, or tech tree tanks in particular, is the AMX 50B. The premium 260 is the lowest average win rate in tier 10, the last update, but I don't have that vehicle. So we're going to do the next one up, and it is the 50B. So why do people play this tank wrong, and how can you do better in it? Well, if it's better than it used to be, I'll admit. It used to have 3 shells way back, but now it's got 4. It has a longer actual magazine reload time. But in one of the most recent updates, it did get reactive armor. So yeah, that is pretty good for a vehicle like this, forcing you to be able to out-trade people with that 1,540 odd damage clip. So yeah, let's have a look at this tank. You can see that it has 2,392 hit points, and you do have 80mm of turret armor and 86 on your hull. Now, yeah, this tank has no armor. It's more of a medium tank. It's got the speed of a medium tank. Its armor's like, well, it's really thin. You'll be able to like pretty much pen this thing everywhere, but you will get the occasional troll bounce, of course. But you won't bounce much in this vehicle, just put that out there. 288.9 meters of view range, and you do have a concealment of 30 while stationary, 26 while moving, and 4 upon firing, which is pretty bad for a heavy, to be fair. 3044 DPM, which is really nice for an autoloader. 21.78 seconds on your magazine, 2.73 intra-clip reload, 4 shells in your magazine. So yeah, it's a 4 shell autoloader, and you do have a pretty average intra-clip reload, but you do have a really large magazine reload. Similar to the T57, but the T57 has 3 shells instead of 4. 257mm of AP pen, 340 on your APCR, and 69 on your HE. You do have 380 alpha on your AP, 320 on your APCR, and 500 on your HE. So the HE is 120 damage difference towards the AP. So if you can get that HE out, you will be able to get rid of like an entire 4005 in 4 shots. So yeah, very nice HE there. 3.5 seconds aim time, 0.260 dispersion, which is really nice for a heavy like this, 10 degrees of gun depression, and 50 kilometers per hour top speed. So this tank, I'll admit I'm not one of the best performers in the tank, but when I'm on form, I am pretty good in the tank. I'm not trying to be boastful, but I can be pretty good in the tank when I'm in the right mood, let's say, or playing tanks correctly, etc. So yeah, you have to be aware that it is a French tank, and the sides, the rear, and even possibly the front are extremely prone to being HE'd. Now you see the under the turret on the corner here, where that red extinguisher thing is, that is HEable even at the slightest of angles when you're against a tank destroyer or a high caliber heavy. So do keep that in mind, as you don't want to get absolutely obliterated. You will get penned in the sides with HE on both the turret and the hull, and the same for the rear. So try and keep head on to the enemy so that they can't really use that much HE, because they will use it. I do it all the time, so do keep that in mind. Now, since this is a tank with pretty decent speed, I have gone medium side, and I really don't want to meet the heavies, which includes the 114 SP2. So, because they can do 800 damage, possibly plus, and they will be able to absolutely obliterate me. So I'm going to come to medium side, and we can see the 114 SP2 right here. So we are just going to get a shot after he has shot, and he did shoot the Sheridan, and he did hit him, I believe, which is unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reload my clip and then try and help this Sheridan with this 114 SP2. But it turns out we do have company over here, which includes the 4005, the 114 SP2 and the Kranwagen. So I am going to try and go hull down, but I fail miserably because I just don't have enough gun depression. But that guy is now, of course, going to focus me. The 114 SP2 is also focusing me. And now we can actually go. So I'm just going to shoot you once, shoot you twice and clear you. I'm going to shoot your lower plate, or try to put on the reactive armor. I know it's a bit useless right now, but we are just going to go and get that last shot into... Oh, wait, no, I didn't put the reactive on. That's my bad. Although we are just going to put on the reactive now, because I'm going to try and bait this guy to shoot me, and he actually high rolls, which is really unlucky because that would have done like 480 damage. But yeah, we still are alive. We do have an almost full health Kranwagen with us, and we are against a full health Kranwagen altogether. So we are just going to miss that shot. I'm going to reload my clip because I want to try and get maximum damage output, and he will really like take a long time to get over here. So I'm going to sit here for the time being and wait for this Kranwagen to be spotted, because he can clear me in 2 shots, and odds are he will not bounce me because it is a 50B. So I'm just going to wait here and wait for my teammates to try and spot him, which they do. So I am just going to aim in on the ammo rack and try and get an ammo rack. And we do get the ammo rack crit, but we do not get the kill. So it's a decent tank. Like, if you play well in this tank, it's really good. Like, what you have to try and do is stay out of enemy fire. Because if you get caught in enemy fire like I did towards the 4005, the Kran, and the 114 SP2, you will get absolutely torn apart because you have no armor to bounce the shells from those kind of tanks. But when you do come up against like the mediums and stuff, you will start bouncing shells really rarely, mind, but you will still get the troll bounces, especially on the turret hinge. So yeah, do keep that in mind. You can't rely on the armor. Put it like that. You can't rely on the armor at all. It's paper. This tank, you can't bounce much, but you can get the odd troll bounce. So yeah, do keep that in mind. But what we are going to do is absolutely tear apart this 113. And we do have the CC mark in the background as well. So we are just going to get out of the way of the T57 as well. We do get 1 shot from that guy. And we do manage to get the final shot. So I'm hoping that the 114 SP2 will take the shots from these guys, because I cannot bounce anything. Now, the 113, T57, the 12254, the CC mark are all over on that side, or looking over that side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whip on the reactive. We can switch to HE actually. And you can just see you can't bounce anything in this tank. So we are just going to clear you and get another shot into you, and he does bounce. So you can get the bounces like I said, but they are troll. They are not common, and it is very rare that you will bounce in this vehicle. So yeah, do keep that in mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be able to clear this VK90. So we are just going to get a troll shot onto you, get another shot and kill you, and we are going to reload the clip because there is a full hit point T57 as far as I'm concerned, and I'm not sure if the CC mark has lost any health. So we are going to reload the clip so then we are able to do maximum damage. So what do we do here on? I'm going to go up the hill and I'm going to see if we can spot any tanks, and the 215B is indeed spotted. So we do bounce the CC mark, but we are just going to get some nice shots into this guy. So we are just going to shoot you, get out the way, because I don't want to be heshed. And you can see we're at 5k. So you can perform in this tank. Like, yeah, okay, it's a really long auto-reloading cannon, but you are able to get the damage out if you play the tank correctly, which is basically any tank, to be fair. So if you just want a YOLO in a tank that has like 21 seconds of reload, then yeah, you're going to die because, well, it's an auto-reloader. You won't survive that long. So I'm going to wait for that 215B to be spotted because I don't want to be heshed. The CC mark is just there. And where is their 215B? Because I don't want to be destroyed. There he is. So he is preoccupied. So we are just going to get a really troll shot into this guy. Get the kill. And then another troll shot. So yeah, you can get the odd troll bounce, of course, because it is, well, it's RNG, isn't it? But you will get the bounces as well. Like, I'm going to go here, and he does hesh me, I think. I'm not sure if that is a hesh or a AP shell. But, yeah, we do get shot. And we do what? I think that is an ace, actually. So yeah, GG. And it just shows how well this tank can perform, especially if you're playing it well. Like, if you play the tank correctly, you will have so much fun in this tank, or any tank in particular, but this tank in particular will get you a lot of, well, it's really fun. Honestly, if you grind a 50B and you don't go heavy side, you will often get a lot of damage, especially in that case scenario. On mines, you could see that I was just trying to stay out the way, dump my clip, and then get back. It's like a peekaboo tank in a way, and just try not to go into open fire because you will get destroyed. So the best way to play this tank, go medium side and try and stay behind the single shotguns so that you can reload that clip. And then when you can do that clip, put on the reactive armor so that you don't take as much damage from the enemy while you dump that clip. So say like you have a 50B on the enemy team. They put reactive on. You only do like 1.1, 1.2k, whereas they could do 1.6. So yeah, it's a good idea to take reactive, and then when you go and peek that tank, you go and use that reactive as well. So yeah, that is basically my advice on how to play the AMX 50B. And, well, that is basically that. So if you haven't liked or subscribed to the channel already, do consider doing so, as it really helps me out. And if you want to join my Discord server, the link is in the description below. And you can also send your replays to my email, which is also linked down below. And, well, that is basically it from me. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.